ChatGPT crossed the milestone of 1 million users within 5 days of its launch and had over 100 million users by February 2023. Currently, ChatGPT has 13 million daily users. It is considered one of the fastest-growing platforms in the world, and perhaps one of the greatest inventions in the world of AI ever. But let's backtrack a bit. How did ChatGPT become so popular in the first place? The answer lies in its incredible ability to generate human-like text. It can understand and respond to queries, perform simple tasks, and even hold a conversation. It's no wonder that people are excited about what GPT-5 will bring. The implications of GPT-5 are enormous. GPT-4 is already far superior to GPT-3. With its ability to interpret images and execute certain commands. With GPT-5, we can expect even more interesting differences, such as the inclusion of video modality and improved sensory perception. Imagine being able to record a video of a problem and asking GPT-5 to identify exactly what's wrong and provide an immediate solution. It could analyze your environment and find the solution in seconds. This kind of technology could change the way we interact with the world around us. But there are also concerns about the impact of GPT-5. With its advanced capabilities, it could potentially replace millions of workers, leaving many without jobs. And there are worries about the potential for GPT-5 to be used in harmful ways, especially if it falls into the wrong hands. One exciting development that OpenAI is working on is the integration of GPT-5 with real-world robots. This is where things get really interesting. Imagine a world where GPT-5 is merged with robots that can perform tasks with a high degree of efficiency and accuracy. OpenAI has already invested in several robotics companies, such as HelloD Robotics, which can perform simple tasks around the home. But the potential for these robots is much greater than just simple tasks. One term that often comes up when discussing GPT-5 is AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence. AGI is the ability of a computer program to understand or learn any human task with a high degree of accuracy. Some people even refer to this as strong AI or computer programs that experience some kind of sentience or consciousness. While GPT-4 has already been regarded as the spark that ignited the AGI bomb, the development of GPT-5 could take us even closer to this milestone. Some of the prime examples of AGI capabilities that we could see in GPT-5 include sensory perception, creativity, and fine motor skills. But there are also concerns about the implications of AGI. Many of the world's AI leaders are already discussing the possibility of halting the progress of GPT-5, fearing that it could be a significant danger to humanity. While OpenAI is certainly not intending to destroy the world with GPT-5, it's important to consider the potential risks and consequences of developing such advanced technology. As GPT-3 gained popularity, many people started speculating about what GPT-4 and GPT-5 could bring. It's clear that GPT-3's rise has been unprecedented. It was one of the fastest-growing platforms in the world, with over 100 million users in just 60 days. Also, ChatGPT-5 is rumored to have some seriously impressive sensory perception, especially when it comes to recognizing colors. I mean, it's supposed to be able to pick out the subtlest shades and hues like it's nothing. And apparently, it is also going to be a master at generating code, and even fine motor skills might be on the table. Can you imagine that? A language model that's better than us at grabbing things from our pockets. But hey, I'm not going to believe everything I hear until I see it for myself. Plus, who's to say that this advanced sensory perception won't come with a cost? Just imagine the processing power needed for that. But what about touch? The only way that touch is achievable is if OpenAI manages to get their hands on some really cool robots or builds them themselves. OpenAI is indeed developing robots, and it's interesting to see how they're going to start incorporating real-world robots into our everyday lives. The implications of GPT are incredible because GPT-4 is far superior and smarter than GPT-3. With the addition of vision, it's just going to get smarter. With its intelligence, GPT-4 has already managed to pass many different exams. Still, with GPT-5, it's likely going to ace these exams completely, which means this kind of software will likely be used worldwide. Imagine being in a third world country, but you have access to one of the best lawyers on the planet just by downloading a simple app. By the time GPT-5 comes around, there will be many different use cases for this platform. One of them is in the medical field. GPT-5 is going to have a vast amount of high-quality data that it can pull from and many different examples that it's going to have seen many times before. Robots that OpenAI may deploy in hospitals or software that allows hospitals access to a vast array of information will allow for much better diagnoses in terms of giving patients exactly what they need. It's possible that there will even be a small app that you have on your phone. And you won't even need to go to the doctor anymore because you'll simply ask this health app what's wrong with you, and it's going to know. It's interesting to note that ChatGPT did manage to save someone's dog's life after the vet couldn't figure out the diagnosis. Essentially, what they did was they asked ChatGPT exactly what was wrong with their dog, and they provided it with every single piece of data that they thought was necessary. Eventually, in the end, ChatGPT managed to come to some kind of conclusion about the problem the dog could have been experiencing, and it actually did get it right. Before GPT-5 is released, there are some things that need to be fixed. For example, GPT-4 currently has a message cap of 25 messages every 3 hours. But, as I mentioned earlier, there is a concern that many people have, which is that their jobs and livelihoods are at risk of being replaced by robots. However, the truth is that AI is not here to destroy our lives, but rather to improve them. The AI revolution consists of 3 core components that we need to understand to not be left behind. Firstly, we need to comprehend how AI works and its impact on the world. Secondly, we need to understand how AI is going to affect the real world. And thirdly, we need to know how to make money with AI. AI has been around for many years, but with tools like ChatGPT, access to AI has now been democratized. However, our ability to ask the right questions is still the biggest bottleneck. The rate of advancement of AI is exponential, and with AI models that can learn by themselves, the opportunities are limitless. In conclusion, the fear of AI taking over our lives is unfounded. AI is here to improve our lives, and by understanding its short-term effects and how to capitalize on them, we can all benefit from the AI revolution. Whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur, the key is to adapt quickly and use AI to your advantage. The possibilities are endless, and the only limit is your ability to ask the right questions.